Welcome back. Getting a movie by ID is not always useful because sometimes you might want to get a movie by its title, and most users wouldn't know the movie ID unless they are working in a project and they know how to get all of the movies and all of these things. However, a normal user would typically search for a movie by its title, not its ID. Therefore, we need to learn how to get a movie by its title rather than its ID. So how can we do this? Well, the process actually is pretty simple. The only difference between getting a movie by ID and getting a movie by title is that we just need to supply the endpoint with a title, with a movie title. So remember here we have here this this endpoint this endpoint get single movie by ID. This is gonna get a single movie by ID. However, we need to create another one that would return or get a movie by its title. So I'm gonna create a new endpoint. I'm gonna say app and then dot get and then movie and forward slash and then we need to say movie title, movie underscore title. And then we need to create a function that would get movie. I'm gonna say get movie by title. And this function is gonna take the movie title as a parameter. We need to say here movie title and it's gonna be a string. I'm gonna say str. Now we need to make an SQL query that would get to the database and pull out the movie by its ID or get all movies that have that title, not ID, by title. So we need to say SQL and then is equal to select all from movies where where title is equal to and then percentage s and then val is equal to movie title and then comma movie title and then comma and then we need to execute this. So I'm gonna say my cursor dot execute SQL and the value. Finally, we need to get that movie by using the fetch all. I'm gonna say movie is equal to my cursor dot fetch all, and then we get that movie by pulling that movie out of the array that will be returned. I'm gonna say return movie 0. Finally, we need to do a very important thing, which is we need to change the URL because we already have a URL that here we have already another URL with the same method, which is get and here get, and both here have the same endpoint. And this is going to prevent us uh, from uh, from getting the movie by title. This is gonna create an error. Therefore, we need to change the endpoint for one of them. So the endpoint must be unique. Here I'm gonna say movie underscore by title. I'm gonna say movie by title. Let me now click on file and then save all and let's test. Now let me refresh and we should have now a new endpoint. As you can see, we have a new endpoint called movie by title and the method is get and it takes the movie title. Let's now search for a movie by title. I'm gonna click on try it out. Let me here say, for example, we have let's say Lion King. So I'm gonna say Lion King. Let me click on execute. And as you can see, you will get the movie here, the movie ID, the year, the name, and the storyline is empty. And in case the movie doesn't exist, for example, if you say here something like, let's say, here we have these movies. Which movie we don't have? Let's say For example, Batman 20 uh, 2035, which doesn't exist. I'm gonna click on execute, and as you can see, you will get internal server error, and here it says 500, which is the in case the movie doesn't exist.